why do most businesses fail? I'm Nate, I'm the FitFutureMD. I lost 30 pounds in 30 days. Make sure you pick up that free health and nutrition guide in the description below. I'm also the owner of Ensorsale.com. Ensorsale is family. Together we can rise up from humble beginnings and inspire others with the messages on our t-shirts. Get you an inspirational t-shirt today. All right, so why do businesses fail? Why do species no longer exist on the planet? The answer is lack of adaptation to competition, right? So when you study Walmart, right, what did Walmart do? So Kmart's out of business, Sears is out of business. What did Walmart do that, and what is Dollar General doing that disrupts the market? Like, why did Walmart survive and Kmart and Sears die off? Well, number one is Kmart bought in areas where property was high dollar. Walmart went to an area that nobody wanted to be at, or barely anybody was at, and built their store, right? So you won't see Walmarts in the middle of a city, right? Downtown in a city. But you will see, you would see Sears and Kmart, right? So what did that do? That made their overhead high, right? So when your overhead is high and you're not hitting sales, it makes you go out of business fast, right? So that's what happened to Sears. That's what happened to Kmart. Because at the end of the day, if you're selling the same product as your competitor, but your price is 10 cents higher, 20 cents higher, because you have to make payments on your property, or to make your margins, the competition is going to put you out of business, right? So that's the number one, is higher leverage, right? Being in more debt is really the number one reason that most businesses go out of business, right? But the owners of those businesses are living large, right? They got that brand new F-150 Raptor truck, that they're leasing. It's $800, $700 a month going out the door. I'm talking about small business really here, but so that's one thing that Kmart and Sears did compared to Walmart. So Walmart, now on the other side, Walmart would come into these areas and they would have the lowest price. Like they would half the price of their competitor in that area, right? So all these mom and pop places that, couldn't buy as many units as Walmart, even though, so number one, people will pay a higher price if the customer experience is better, right? So there's a business called Fleet Feet, right? Where you go in, you get measured for your foot. You have a individual, tell you which shoe is better for your foot, that type of thing. And you pay $140 for the shoes instead of, $80 for the shoes, right? Stuff like that high end. So you go into, Gucci, Versace, Prada, all these, high-end stores like that. They're coming out with champagne and, stuff like that while you're shopping. it's a different level of experience that, you know, and they're not looking for volume of customers. They're looking for, you know, someone that's going to come in there and spend $5 to $10 grand, not someone that's going to spend 100 to 200, right? So it's a different level of customer. So but the richest person in the world right now, who are they? They're the one that it's the one that owns those luxury brands, right? You know, Elon's right there with him, you know, with tech, right? But the luxury brand is the one that is on top right now, right? So, you know, keep that in mind. But so the question is, why do the mom and pop stores go out of business? They could not adapt, right? They could not order the amount of bulk inventory so that they could have their price down. You know, Walmart cut out the middleman and they became the middleman, right? That's what made Walmart so successful. What made Amazon successful, and it's taken most of retail out? Well, they leveraged everybody else, right? They let all these entrepreneurs come in here and make new products and put them on Amazon for a lot cheaper because they weren't having to run storefronts and pay employees, and, you know, Amazon was doing all that, right? And Amazon lost money for years. They were willing to lose money for so long to acquire customers. Like, I had an Amazon Prime account in 2009 for free, right? And had, you know, music, Prime streaming, you know, free shipping. Like, that was unheard of at the time, right? And all these other places, they went out of business because they didn't offer free shipping. You know, they didn't have these lower prices. They didn't even have the newer products, right? Stuff like that. Like, innovation is going to come around, and you're either going to adapt to the innovation and survive, or you're going to go out of business, right? And that's the simple bottom line. Like, so say you're a home builder, right? And all of a sudden, you know, they can 3D print a home and they can put up a whole neighborhood in a month, whereas it takes you 3 months to build one home, right? Eventually, you know, and what if it's cheaper? So say, what if I can 3D print a home for 100 grand and it costs you 150 grand to make the same home in the old style, and it takes you twice as long? You know, eventually you're going to go out of business, right? You're either going to adapt and start 3D printing homes, or you're going to go out of business, right? Or you're going to step up into luxury brands. You know, that's really the only way to beat that, right? Somebody's out beating your price. The only way to beat it, really, if you can't get to the price level, is to upgrade all your products, right? Make your products high-end fashion, high-end whatever, right? So we come in with the custom finishes, you know, as far as homes, that type of stuff. So that's really the whole point of the video, is basically, you know, in life you have to adapt, and adapt or survive. Business is the same way. You see a lot of these Fortune 500 companies, they're going to end up going out of business, you know, because they can't adapt, or because they won't adapt, right? Social media's come around. Some of these companies don't even have a social media, and we've been on social media since 2005, right? It's been over 15, 16, 17 years on social media, and they don't even have a social media, right? And there's people that have been in business for 30 years that are just now starting to do social media, and social media is already in a golden age. You've already missed, the run up of 1 million followers, you know, and you have to start doing stuff like this where you're literally uploading every day, you know, just praying you help somebody, right? So the lack of adaptability is what kills businesses. So make sure you assess new technologies, say, can I use this in my business? Is it beneficial to use in my business? You know, just like artificial intelligence is coming around right now, and I'm sitting here like, man, I'm not gonna let some bot write my scripts for me, or, you know, come up with topics for me or whatever. But the simple fact is if it's actually just better and faster, there's gonna be no choice but for me to adopt artificial intelligence, right? And yes, I would love for AI bot to be able to come in, edit these videos, and make it where I can post 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day, like, and just up my efficiency. Like, that would be just amazing, right? And when they do allow that, like, hopefully I'm there to take advantage, right? But there's going to be adaptable, you know, you have to be adaptable, and businesses are going to find that out with artificial intelligence, with robotics, you know, all that stuff is coming. So hopefully we can adopt it early and use it to our benefit. And like I say, I'm the owner of Ensorsale.com. I say I make inspirational t-shirts, you know, so if there ends up being a robot that can make t-shirts, you know, you may have no choice but to use it, right? To adapt. But I'm Nate the FitFutureMD. Like, comment, subscribe to the video. If you have a business, make sure it's adaptable. Use new things, learn new things, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.